What's going on, everybody? This is DJ the Geek, and what you see in front of me is Sony's new Xperia Tablet Z. This is what many consider to be the new king of the 10-inch tablet hill as far as Android is concerned. And I have to agree with them. Today we're going to go over a lot of the things that this tablet brings to the table. Not necessarily every single thing that's inside of it, but I'm going to go over the things that the majority of you will actually use if you do pick up this tablet. Right now, we're actually going to end up going through the setup. But it's doing its reboot cycle right now because I just got done entering my locale information, so it has to input that into the tablet. So while it does that, let's go over a few of the specs. It comes with a 1920 by 1200 display, LED backlit. The display comes in at 224 ppi. It has stereo speakers, a micro SD slot that can take up to a 64 gigabyte card. It is also IP57 certified. It's dust proof and water resistant, and it has up to 10-finger multi-touch. So yeah, it's a pretty impressive tablet. Now, as far as the screen is concerned, you can see for yourself, it's a pretty tasty looking screen. It's not really on the level of the Google Nexus 10, but it's definitely not a slouch either. This thing looks excellent when you're reading comic books, regular books, surfing the web, watching movies, the whole nine. To me, this is awesome. Also, the water resistance is just that. This tablet can be submerged in water for up to 30 minutes, up to 1 meter deep in water, or just liquid in general. Of course, I would hope you would not try to put this into a sink full of milk or even a hot grease, but you never know. You have to make sure you say water to these people. All right, guys. So it looks like it's ready. We're going to go ahead and select our language, which is English. All right, it's giving us the welcome and congratulations for buying the tablet. Yay, I guess. Thank you for spending money. All right, so now we have our time and date. Now you can change it manually, or you can leave it on automatic. Now the Wi-Fi connection, not going to worry about that. I already have some stuff preloaded for you guys and ready to go. Now it also has access to the Sony Entertainment Network, Sony Music Unlimited, Video Unlimited, and the PlayStation mobile game store. And your usual social networking accounts, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. And now you're ready to go. So let's go ahead and get started. And of course the obligatory data disclaimer letting you know if you are using mobile communications and whatnot, that it is going to be coming against your setup there, your balance. So here it is. You see I have the battery sitting at 25%. The screen looks lovely. You see the colors. It's not a slouch. It actually goes through everything quick. Things are still kind of loading, so you might see just a tad bit of a stutter, but I mean, now that everything's set up, it's going through perfectly. Your menu comes up from the bottom. And you have your apps up there in the corner. We'll go over that in just a second. Now let's take a look at this tablet, man. The thinness. I mean, it's lovely. Okay. I mean, look how thin that is right there. That's thinner than a magazine. All right. So I mean, well, a thick magazine. All right. So over here we have our USB, micro USB port. So hooray! It actually uses the same connector your Android phone does if you have an Android phone. All right, we have our inductive charging for the Sony tablet cradle. We have our volume rocker up there. We have our power button. All right, and then over here we have our headphone port. Now all these covers are here to help with the water resistance. Please make sure you place them back in when you're done using them. All right, we have speakers here. And yet another speaker right here. And then, okay, I forgot to show you guys this earlier, but this is your micro SD slot. Let me just get this thing open. There we go. It's your micro SD slot. Just pop it on in there and you're good to go. I said it's thin, so let's go ahead and compare it. This is the iPad 4, and that's our Sony tablet. You see side by side, the Sony is taller, but look how much thinner it is than the iPad 4. It's taller, yes, but I mean, really, look at that thinness. And the materials used to make this Sony tablet make it a lot easier to hold than the iPad. Not saying that the iPad is difficult to hold, but it's still better on the Sony. Check out the picture quality on this. Let me focus it up for you guys. Yeah, there we go. Check out the picture quality of Silent Hill Revelations on this tablet. It just looks awesome. Looks like you are watching it on a television screen, and it's good to... Oh no! Oh, wait, would you look at that? It still plays underwater. You know I had to do that. But yeah, the water resistance of this tablet is freaking amazing. You see the movie is still playing, so it's like the tablet doesn't even realize how much danger is around it. Yeah, it looks good. You pull it out of the water and boom, it's good to go. No problem, and input still works. Now for the obligatory benchmark results, we have a 20,323 in Antutu. Alright, see that in comparison to the Galaxy S4, HTC One. Those are the only two devices above it, and we all know that that phone processors, for some reason, are faster than tablets. Here we have a score of 7,615 in the quadrant benchmark in Android, which is actually pretty impressive for the processor that this tablet has in general. And here I actually went ahead and ran 3D Mark on the tablet. It ended up getting a 10,025 in the normal benchmark and a 5,865 in the extreme benchmark, and that is very impressive. And since we touched on graphics, here's a little bit of real racing for you. Running off that Adreno, it's having no problem, no stutter. You can see everything crisp and clear, even in the rear view mirror as I turn on these fools. There we go, get past them, get past them. For you first person shooter fans, a little bit of action in that dead trigger. Killing zombies all day, in your face. That's what I'm talking about. PlayStation 3 controller compatibility is pretty decent. In the Xperia menu, you actually have the DualShock 3 wireless controller setting, not setting, but menu. You go in here and you go to how to connect the controller. Now, when you get to the next screen, it's going to show you have to actually connect it using a USB cable. Now, it's not hard, but you have to add a couple of things, or just one thing really. We're going to open up our USB connector here. All right, so now it's open and ready to go. And then we're going to grab our USB OTG cable, well, connector. This you can actually get from Fry's or Micro Center for probably about $4 or $5, or on Amazon or eBay for like $2 or $3. What this does is it lets you connect a normal USB, like our PlayStation 3 cable, into a micro USB port on our PlayStation, our Xperia Tablet Z. All right, now we're going to turn this on. Well, hold on, let me get this back the way it's supposed to be. There we go. All right, now we're going to connect the cable to our PS3 controller. And when we do that, we see now it has connected to the tablet. Now it's letting us hit next. And now it tells us to disconnect the cable. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect. And we just come over here and hit the PlayStation button in the middle, and there you have it. It shows up connected on the controller, and there's also an indicator right there on the tablet. Hold on, right there on the tablet that shows us that it is connected, and the tablet actually sees it. And some gameplay action right here in Shadowgun. We got the gamepad settings actually in the game. You see I set up fire for our left trigger. And okay, well, all right, it's saying we're gonna spawn here, so let's get ready. Hopefully it lets me do what I need to do. And all right, let's move around. You see it's working pretty nice. Yes, cool. All right, my trigger works perfectly. Let's go ahead and reload, and we're gonna shoot some more. Kill, 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 kill. And okay, so I suck. I definitely suck. This is a 1080p recording from the tablet. It's actually a pretty good sample. I haven't seen a lot of good tablet cameras out there, so Sony actually did a pretty decent job on this. I like what they're doing. Here's a few photo examples for you guys. Just a couple of them, nothing major, just so you guys can at least see the quality of the different pictures that this tablet can take. So what's Sony bringing to the Android party? What makes their tablet different than everybody else's tablet? I like one option here. I like to call them popover apps. We hit this button and we get a list of apps that we can just use whenever without exiting what we're doing. So let's try out the browser. And you see right here, we got a fully functional browser that just pops up. We're going to switch to something else here. Let's try our notes. And you don't have to exit every time either. Like, we can just go to the menu and hit calculator, and then bam, calculator takes over. Go back again, sound recorder takes over. Only one app at a time, but it's still a nice function. Now, if you want to get more, you can go to the Play Store, grab some, or there's already 45 sitting on the tablet ready for you to use. Alright, now another thing they do lovely is customization. No more holding and waiting for a menu. They make it simple. What I mean by that is you hit the plus button and a whole nother menu pops up. We have our widgets, apps, wallpapers, and themes. Now, whenever you want to switch, you hit the widgets or whatever, swipe through to whatever screen you want to use. I'm going to go to the main screen, and let's grab our bookmarks. Okay, bookmarks, there we go. And then, boom. Right on there, good to go. Let's switch to another screen, and there we go, calendar. Put the calendar on there, boom, good to go. We can do this all day, but let's go ahead and move. Let's try out our apps. Apps are the same way. No more going to your app drawer. You have a full movable, come on, there we go. Side app drawer ready to go through. Same thing for your wallpapers. You touch a wallpaper and it actually switches so you can preview it. Boom. Boom, good to go. Boom, good to go. All right, let's check out the live wallpapers. Now the live wallpapers, you do have to leave the screen, but you just touch it and go. Nice. Now let's check out these themes that they were talking about. Now when you go to themes, it actually gives you some predetermined themes for one that has a lock screen, one for your regular wallpaper that they believe goes together nicely. So let's go ahead and try this out real quick. Let's hit this one. Alright, we have our orange background, so let's go ahead and go home and turn this off and turn the screen back on, and we have our wheat field. Universal remote control, that's what they include inside of this tablet, and actually does a fairly decent job. Not the best, but decent. We're going to add a device right now. I have a Sharp television. I don't have a Sony television, so we're going to go through the list. Alright, and yeah, by the way, the list is pretty long, and it's actually preloaded on the tablet, so it does make your job a tad bit easier. Here we go. Where is it? There we go. Alright, so there goes Sharp. We're going next. And here's our remote. Now, when you look at the remote here, we have the usual suspects, including the colorful buttons you see on Sharp remotes. When we come here, we have our AV1s, our videos, our components, auxiliary, the whole nine. Alright, let's go back to the other page again just so you can see that one last time, and then we go to the next page. Alright, it also has gesture, volume, and channel controls. You believe you can add something else? Volume and playback controls as well. But it's pretty cool. I'm going to choose volume and channels, actually. There we go. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. Let's go back. They also give you different layouts for the control. Notice how for the Sharp television, they have over 50 different configurations. We're going to go with type 5. Let's take a look at this. Now we got our VCR stuff and some more picture-in-picture. I'm going to go with type 2. There. That way it keeps the simple stuff, adds my surround sound, and I'm good to go. So we're going to hit next, and here you get to see what you all chose. You can change what type of remote you have, color and everything. I'm going to go with white, make it easier to see. And then you're going to change your icon. You can choose between a lot of stuff here, but since this is just a television, I'm going to go with, adjust the television. And now we're going to finish this up, and there you have it. Let's see this remote in action. So you see I have the Chromecast on. We have our remote here. Now it's on the Chromecast channel here, so we're just going to try to switch the inputs using the tablet. Alright, it's not very responsive. There we go. Alright, just going to keep hitting input here until I get down to my cable television. And there we go. Easy day. Just selected it and we're golden. Well, that does it for the Xperia Tablet Z review. I would have to say that that tablet is near the top, if not at the top of its class as far as 10-inch Android tablets go. It's smooth, no stutters, plenty of options, it's thin, and it's light. You gotta love the feel of it, love the power of it. The options that Sony throws in there are actually things that people would use, not just random crap they threw on there to make their version of Android look that much different from everybody else's. I would definitely have to recommend this tablet to anybody that is looking for a high class, well, not really high class, high end Android tablet in the $499 range. If you're trying to get below that, I would definitely either A, look for an open box version of it, or B, go for something in the Nexus 10 Galaxy Tab 3 range. You won't be going bad either way. And now for one part of this review I know there were a few of you waiting on. I did a Chromecast review earlier last week. And in the third video in that series, I said there was going to be a contest to see who would get a free Chromecast. I have it here, still sealed, ready to go. The winner of that is Mr. Joe Casio 2000. You are the winner of this Chromecast. So send me a message with your information. We'll go ahead and get this shipped out to you. All I ask is that you either respond to this video with a video of your own showing how you have this Chromecast and you got it from me, so that people know that I'm not just saying I'm giving things away and not giving them away. Or you can send me a pic and I will put it up in one of my videos here in the future. For those of you that did not win, there will be other contests, not real soon. I mean, obviously this stuff is coming out of my own pocket. I don't have sponsorship. I don't have anything like that. This is a hobby of mine. I love it, and I figured I'd share it with everybody. All right, so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like the video if you like it. Comment down below if you have any questions, if you like the video, or if you just didn't like the video and you have some opinions or criticisms you want to add to it. That being said, in the future, here next week, I'm going to have a review for the Leap Motion. Got this in today. Also, I have the new Nexus 7. We'll be reviewing that here shortly. Anyway, take care. I'm DJ the Geek, and I'll see you soon. Peace.